So my name is Dr. Clair Stagg, and as a mom and dental professional, I have been asked to share some facts showing that the widespread fluoridation of our water is more harmful than the average person is aware of. We dentists are the gatekeepers of your whole health, since the mouth is actually the beginning of your second brain, the gut. Unfortunately, with the advent of processed foods, poor diets, the increase in sugar consumption and environmental pollutants in the last century, we have witnessed a decay pandemic. And is this what has supposedly led to the poor decision for water fluoridation? Isn't it interesting that the main causes of decay that I have just cited are still not addressed and only the symptoms are band-aided? Sadly, the arguments presented by dental professionals concern the disastrous effects on children's dental health that would result if water fluoridation were to be stopped. However, these same children are literally bookended by the establishment, and that's where my mama bear comes out. 1, it doesn't provide adequate education on prevention via nutrition, breastfeeding that increases natural immunity, and inflammatory marker reduction that would prevent obesity and breathing disorders. Then 2, forcefully inserts an involuntary drug to attempt to fix a problem that they never tried to prevent in the first place. Not to forget that fluoride is being added in everything, with poison control warnings even on the tubes of toothpaste. No one uses the pea-size recommended amount labels on the tubes as opposed to the advertised captivating sparkly wad on the toothbrushes. Lawsuits are popping up everywhere in the industry. Fluoride can cause dental and bone diseases, disorders in the jaws and mouth, as well as in the brain. It has been shown to reduce the IQ in babies, basically dumbing them down. Your skin is one of the largest organs of your body. Therefore, you also absorb any chemicals added to the water that way every single shower. So I have some questions for you. If the benefits of fluoride are topical and the fetus has no teeth, why have a systemic approach as seen with a total water supply? If 47% of children still have tooth decay, and if decay is still a pandemic while the water is fluoridated, there must be other contributing factors, right? Why don't we do the math to check how much money is actually cost to prevent all the disorders and diseases long term as opposed to the cost of water fluoridation? For argument's sake, in poorer communities, you can't blame the children, their genes, or their teachers. These little ones are exposed to so many environmental contaminants that their little bodies are in toxic overload. More than likely, these babies are formula and bottle fed, made with fluoridated water that could be enough to put them over the edge. Remember, fluoride doesn't pass through breast milk. Shockingly, in Florida specifically, the majority of local water systems do not fluoridate. However, the minority of systems that do serve more than 70% of the state's population. The reduction of 5 points in IQ may not seem like a lot, but it actually represents an irreversible and massive shift of future adults who will be less capable of attending to their personal health care needs, emotionally and physically, as well as a massive increase in children and adults with special needs, thereby putting an unnecessary and avoidable burden on all taxpayers. My next question is, why is America one of the few countries in the world that still continues to fluoridate their water? Another question, why is it so important to add an industrial byproduct to our drinking and bathing water? Please do your research. You can argue with us, but you cannot, I repeat, you cannot argue with the science, and the science is obvious. Another question, why aren't we given the freedom of choice? Fluoride is a toxic drug that is automatically put in the water without us being able to choose whether to ingest it or not. I encourage all Floridians to learn the facts and advocate for their own family's health. We're here meeting with you members of this council to help you understand that any water fluoridation is not in anyone's best interest. At least remove it for the children. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you so much, Dr. Stagg.